What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to full whip. Alright, so the first step to a full whip is you need to first know how to tail whip, and you also need to know how to bar spin. And then you mix the two together. A full whip is a whip and a bar at the same time in the same direction. So when I am doing a full whip, I'm either going to have to do a switch whip or I'm going to have to do a switch bar. So the way that I prefer is doing a switch bar along with my normal tail whip. To me it's just a little bit easier, but for some it's different. Let's get into it. When you're doing the bar spin section of the full whip, make sure to hand it off as much as possible. You don't really want to do a throw bar. It is very hard to control. Still possible, just makes it a little bit more difficult. So when doing so, get a nice handoff. Nice little handoff. So now, assuming that you know how to bar spin and tail whip, let's start trying it out of a ramp. So a ramp that I'd recommend to first start trying the full whip is either out of a bank or a nice fly out that you're comfortable with. Okay, so the location that I chose to start trying my full whip is out of this roller bank right here to this flat. Not too much height, a little bit better than flat. My main tip for trying it out of a bank like this is to lean forward. I'm gonna give you a demonstration on what it looks like when you lean back too far when trying a full whip. And when you lean too far forward. I actually don't want to demonstrate that one because I feel like I'm gonna eat it pretty hard. Let's move to a different location. Let's move to a fly out, coming out of a quarter. Okay, so when trying the full whip fly out, you have a little bit more of an incline that happens to shoot you back a little bit more. So you have to counteract what the ramp does. So you have to lean forward. And one way that helps a lot is putting your shoulders almost over the bars as you come out the ramp. It'll help you lean forward in general and help keep the full whip under you as much as possible. So some things that can go wrong in a full whip is when you lean back too much. You can also throw the whip a little bit too fast. You can throw the bar a little bit too hard. And you could also throw the full whip a little bit too much to the side. The main thing that I stress when doing this trick is try and keep it under you as much as possible. Don't let it go to the side. Don't lean back too far. Don't lean forward too much. It's just right in between. Once you learn the full whip, you are able to take it to more places, including a box jump, pyramids, spines, or even air. Okay, so a very important tip to full whips air is to really make sure that your front foot is up on front of the deck. You don't want to have your feet scooched back at the very end like you're gonna do a quad whip or something. You want it to be a nice, you want your front foot to be about there on the deck. And that is very key when doing a full whip air. So when trying it flat, so as you start jumping up, you start throwing both the bar spin and the tail whip. You also want to get a good flick with your feet to initiate that tail whip. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude it. A quick overview of this video. Knowing how to full whip. You first need to know how to bar spin and tail whip. A full whip is a bar spin and a tail whip at the same time in the same rotation. You need to find a good bank or a good fly out that you're comfortable with to start throwing the full whip, or if you're feeling like you can, try it flat. When doing the bar spin part of the full whip, you want to get a good handover, and when throwing the tail whip, you want to get a good flick with both your front and back foot. That's going to conclude my tutorial on how to full whip, one of my favorite tricks. If you guys want to try this trick at home, I'd love to see your guys' progress on your full whip. So please send me some videos and I'll open them. I also give scooter lessons. If you would like to sign up, you just have to email slscooterlessons@gmail.com. Lessons are starting right at $45 an hour, and I do have a Christmas special going on right now. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.